Greetings, beautiful viewers. I'm delighted to be part of Ismata's Global Somatic Movement Day, and I'm happy to take this opportunity to briefly introduce myself to you. My name is Karusia Wroblewski, and I'm a Toronto-based yoga therapist. But in addition to my formation in yoga, I also draw upon my background in professional modern dance, in QiGong, and also in body-mind techniques. And currently I'm delighted to say I study with Living Somatics, enriching my teaching and sharing experience. Why do I love somatic movement? I love it because it's simple and direct. It values turning our awareness inwards so that we can really get in touch with our own first-person direct experience. It also gives us a technology of slowing down so we can really notice what we're doing, and we can make choices around our habituations. And these can be physical patterns of movement. They can also be mental patterns of thought and belief. We slow down so we have the opportunity to discern whether our patterns free us or they bind us. And we can make choices to become freer and enjoy movement and enjoy the integration of the wholeness of who we are. I practice somatic movement because I'm the direct beneficiary of all of these lovely benefits. And I've been able to adjust and even heal old injuries and find new ways of moving that keep me fluid, and the movements are sustainable throughout all ages and stages of life. As an older human, it really makes a difference to me to know that I have practices that can keep me feeling free, fluid, supple, and that learning and harmony and peace in all of my tissues, mind, body, and spirit is always available to me. And I love to teach somatic movement because, well, I think everybody should know these things. It's, I call it the missing manual for the human body, where we are given a strategy by which we can be free, that we can find the sweetness in our movement, that we can integrate how we think, how we move, and always find more freedom. It gives people an opportunity to embody, to be more integrated, to be more whole, symmetrical, harmonious. And I really love witnessing that moment when someone lights up with the revelation of permission to do something a new way, to have pain disappear or be diminished. It is really lovely to be able to share this information with other people. In fact, it's an honor and a duty. So here I am. And I'd like to share with you a simple movement flow that can be done either seated or standing. We'll start it seated, and then those of you who want to stand up can stand up, or you can stay seated. So let's do it. Please come and sit in a comfortable and open way on your chair. And some of the things we want to keep in mind are: feel into where your feet are touching the ground, that contact. Feel this giving you support and a reference point for grounding. Since we're seated, feel the same through your hips. You can even wiggle and move these parts if that helps you awaken the connections. So we feel the support under our feet, under our pelvis, and we can rest in this support and get in touch with our roots. Out of this lovely rooting, imagine a ripple of life flowing up through the channel of the spine, out through the crown of the head to give you a sense of suspension and lightness. And remind your shoulders that their task is to relax and enjoy the ride. We also bring a sense of curiosity, openness, freshness, so that we can be playful and maybe we'll learn something different. So there are no mistakes, there's only a change of plan, and And we always move in the direction of freedom. So if something isn't working or it's feeling a bit congested, you just go in a different direction or go smaller or lighter or stop and recalibrate. The strategies are genius and they can be applied to absolutely anything we do. Sport, art, daily movement, dance, yoga, you name it. So here we are, a lovely, quiet vertical alignment, grounded, positive attitude. And let's rest one hand or two hands somewhere in our abdomen so that we can also widen our awareness to include our breath. And just let the breath be simple and natural. We're never fixing anything. We're welcoming all systems where they are at. We're welcoming ourselves where we are. And we're finding the groundedness, the lightness, the hopefulness, and the smooth, easy breath wherever we are. So this is our baseline, and now we're going to bring this state of being into a number of different movement formations. I'm going to turn a little bit sideways in case you're watching, but you can also listen and participate that way. Let's rest our hands on our thighs, and then on an exhale, we're going to sweep the hands back a little bit and just let the head and spine curve a bit. And inhale, we're going to float the hands up a little bit and maybe arch and open a little bit. We're doing this in a very small way. And let the hands and the shoulders and the breath lead you into whatever the movement wants to be in you. And remember, it can be microscopic, it can be visualized, you could be still, or you could be taking it a little bit further, but it's always within your range of comfort and joy. So we want to feel delicious. So what would it be to inhale and let yourself open like you're yawning and greeting a new day after a beautiful, restful sleep, and then you're curling in. And maybe you even want to curl your arms over and bring your knees together. And then inhale, what would it be to let the thighs open as the chest, throat, spine, breath open. Exhale, folding in, crossing, curling. And imagine that from the navel, you extend in all kinds of directions. And then into the navel, you fold in. And at this point, if you want to embellish with your own way, maybe your soma is deciding like, ooh, this would be really yummy. How might you like to do opening like a flower and folding like a bud? Make this delicious for you. And let the movement start to become a tiny bit smaller each time so that you are aiming towards a quiet vertical once again. And just relaxing when you're finished. And taking a moment to notice how you're feeling. Is anything tingling or feeling bigger? How do you notice your breath? And whatever you notice is perfect. There's no right answer. This is our opportunity to reflect within and get in touch with our own direct experience. So for the next variation, you're welcome to do it in a chair. You might want to open your feet a little wider. And I'm going to demonstrate it standing. And you can choose. You can even go back and forth because there's permission to be you and do the movements the way you want to do them. So if you're standing, take a moment to reset your vertical alignment. Maybe even rub lovingly the fronts of your groins because the big change has been this opens up after being folded. And maybe even wiggle a little bit. In fact, let's shake a bit. Shake a little bit just to loosen things up. Make sound if you'd like to. And then let's take one sweep of the hands overhead to interlace the fingers. Turn the palms up and press up and use this gesture to extend your spinal channel just that little bit more. And then keep it extended as you release the hands down. And with the feet a little wider than the shoulders and some looseness in the knees, we're going to swing. Start gently and slowly because we can always build up, but it's always harder to bring it down a notch. So we start gently and we stay connected, and let yourself be free. Let the arms just flow around you like empty sleeves. Let your head look over your shoulder if you like, and eyes can be open or closed. If your eyes are open, take in your surroundings, just receiving them. And then let this come to a gentle close. And we'll keep, if we're standing, the feet a little bit open. You'll be able to adjust for yourself seated based on what your information, messages you get. When we slow down, we start to hear messages from our body. And that's a beautiful co-creative place. So if you're standing, just practice a little bit of shifting the weight from one side to the other. Noticing if you want to adjust the position of your feet for yourself. Notice what kind of sensations are arising in your hips. What's the path of most freedom? You can lean forward. There are no linear rules. There's only clarity and curiosity and finding your way. Okay, so now we've warmed up the hips a little bit more if we're going to be the standing people. And now everybody, our inhale is always going to be a luscious, big opening where you're free, your heart is open. And on the exhale, one armpit and elbow are going to fold towards the opposite hip. And inhale, unfurl fully and gently. Exhale, we're curling on a diagonal. And inhale, savor the complete embodiment of the unfurling. So we're curling as we exhale, feel the diagonal between armpit and hip shorten, then feel it spool open. And now continue, you've got the movement. Now with repetition and mindfulness, we're looking for more fluidity, more ease. What are the ways that you might make this simpler and more graceful by following your breath, your intention, and your enjoyment? Do you want to do it fast, slow? Do you want to go deeper? Do you want to go smaller? Give yourself a few more moments of letting the movement take you. And maybe finish one more set at your own timing. Have that beautiful opening to complete. Lower the arms down to the sides. And let's just try a little bit of swinging. If you're seated, you can still swing. It'll just be a little different. You adjust based on your situation. And we're always looking for freedom, ease, and more fluidity. Let this come to its own natural, easy completion. Stand in any way that makes you feel stable and strong. You place your feet where they work for you. Look around yourself a little bit. Notice how you feel. Does anything feel nicer for you? Do you feel ready for your day or to jump into your own favorite movement or practice? And just give yourself a little walk around. Let your eyes be soft, receptive, and I recommend even a few backward walks, which are lovely for the body. And that's our little somatic experience together. I thank you very much for your beautiful attention, and I look forward to crossing paths with you in the somatic world. Many blessings to you. Bye for now.